All right. Welcome back to another episode of The Lethal Library. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Dani.
And we are here to tell you another true crime tale from Idaho. This episode is a little bit different. We're going way, way back in the records. Kind of an old-timey case, and I'm pretty excited for it just because it's not something that we normally do. But Dani, what do you got for us?
Well, I have to tell you, I had a lot of fun researching this one. I'm actually very excited about this, the old-timey. I had fun researching it. There was a lot of uncommon words that we no longer use today. So
If you hear that, know that a lot of this is from news articles, and we might be quoting them.
this is from news articles from the 1900s. So you're going to hear some words that might be not
okay now.
not okay now. I really tried to play them down, but here we be. And anyways, I hope you enjoy it.
Super interesting case.
Was this a desperate crime of passion? If I can't have her, no one will. What hold did this woman have on this man?
Ooh.
In Moscow, Idaho, on October 19th, 1908, Miss Clara O'Neill was found dead at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Frederick Seward had shot her in a storeroom in the back of the house that was formerly occupied by Grace Fleming. 20-year-old Clara was found lying in a pool of her own blood that covered nearly the whole floor. This was all in the newspaper. They're not holding back.
They're giving all
the deets.
They hadn't learned that maybe you should keep some back so that you can verify things, or if someone mentions something, you're like, no one else would have known.
They're probably like, come in, fellas, take your pictures.
Yeah.
Not worried about evidence at all.
And this was a time of I think they called it yellow news or more sensationalized news. It was about selling those papers.
It was.
So a little sprinkle of a TMZ vibe was,
I would say, very
there was
accurate.
no shame in it at all.
Nope.
Who can write the most eye-catching story?
And no regard for her family's feelings or loved ones' feelings. They're just going to give you the dirty dirt.
They're selling papers.
Clara was lying face down with a bullet from a .38 caliber Smith & Wesson.
38 special.
The bullet wound entered the right temple and exited at her left temple.
Ooh.
She had 2 additional shots to her chest. Newspapers report Clara paid the penalty of life she had led at the hands of her alleged lover.
Little victim blaming here.
Yeah. This is the sensationalism that we're going to get here. Seward then attempted to take his own life by shooting himself in the head, just above his right eye. A telephone call was made to the sheriff about a murder, and they quickly made their way to the scene. Sheriff J.J. Keene and Deputy Sheriff Grant Robbins found both victims lying on the floor. Seward was moaning and attempting to cut his own throat with a jackknife.
Yikes. What a scene to come up on.
Isn't it just so sensational?
It's very sensational. This was, I'm sure, the talk of the town.
So I had to look up what a jackknife was.
What is that?
It's just a folding knife.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
the more you know.
Thank you, because I was like, maybe I should know that. I don't know.
I'm like, I have no idea what a jackknife is. I go, it's a folding knife. It's a pocket knife.
You heard it here first, folks.
Clara had been living in the house for several months and went by the name of Grace Wilson. Scandalous.
Very mysterious.
She is the daughter of a well-to-do and respectable people. Clara is the mother of a 3-year-old daughter that is crippled from the waist down and is living somewhere in Spokane. And this is the kind of language that I'm talking about that was in the paper. We would never refer to somebody as...
But that was the vernacular at the time.
Clara was from Wallace, Idaho, and had been separated from her husband for 2 years. Her most recent employment in Palouse was at a sporting house.
What Tell me, Dani, what is a sporting house?
Well, a sporting house is where they do a little gambling,
Ooh.
a little drinking,
Oh.
a little womanizing.
Okay. We're getting the vibes.
Okay.
We're getting the vibes. Okay.
It was also reported that she came from good parents that did not know of her waywardness until she was murdered.
A rebel.
I think she was probably having a lot of fun.
She's 20.
She's
out
doing
there.
what she wants to do. Clara had just arrived in Moscow on Saturday and registered at the Hotel Del Norte under the name of Miss Lawrence from Spokane.
Sounds fancy. I love the alter egos.
I know. Seward is moved to the inland hospital where his wounds were dressed, but his recovery is in question.
Uh-oh.
Trigger warning. His windpipe had been severed, so the doctors had to sew it back together. I just can't even imagine this in the
In the 20s?
1908.
Oh, God. This is before the Titanic.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The doctor stated the bullet wound would not kill him, but it will be a couple of days before they will know the true outcome.
Well,
They literally sewed his throat back together.
They're like, this is probably going to be infected because we all coughed in it and we're wearing gloves.
Oh, we let all the reporters in. I bet you.
All the reporters came in and got to touch it.
Yeah. Do you need to feel the wound for accuracy for
For
reporting?
reporting.
Yes, I do,
Journalistic integrity. I can just picture because that wasn't these protocols of
No.
infection. Were they still putting leeches on people in this time?
Fuck yes, they were.
Throw a couple leeches on the wound.
Little bloodletting.
That's
Not gonna hurt him. It's not gonna hurt him.
It can only help. Oh my God.
Newspapers report that Clara was living at a house of ill repute in Palouse. And that is where she met Seward.
A tangled web.
Her recent travels to Moscow was to search for work, and Seward had followed her. They quarreled, and that's when Seward shot her.
What was the quarrel about? Do we know?
Yes.
Okay.
I will tell you. While recovering from shooting himself and slicing his own throat,
Wild.
Seward signs a written confession. I wonder how much morphine he was on.
Right?
Because they just pump that shit.
They're like,
I watched Little House.
be comfy.
I watched Little House,
We all did.
right? Oliver was addicted to it.
And you know what? They probably were having that cough syrup that had cocaine in it too. They're like, take some of this. Everyone loves this. Everyone feels great.
You're going to feel like a champ.
It doesn't even matter if they don't have a cough. You will feel amazing. Something in this is just very healthy for you.
If it makes you feel good. If it makes you
Healthy.
happy. Yeah. During the trial, evidence showed that Seward was living with Clara in Palouse, and she had left Moscow to escape her life of shame. During the trial, evidence showed that Seward was living with Clara in Palouse, and she left to Moscow to escape her life of shame. Seward followed her and tried to compel her to return. He had threatened to expose her to her parents if she did not come back with him.
Okay, rude.
I'm going to tell your parents about all of this
Leave
stuff.
me alone, C-word. I'm living my life.
He lured her into a vacant house outside of the rain, and while Clara was adjusting his necktie, Seward put his left arm around her neck and held her until he could shoot her.
Not great behavior here. Why are you chasing a woman of the night?
She doesn't
She's a
want
professional.
you. She doesn't want you.
She has a job.
She literally went to another fucking town. Bye.
And I know that this is insensitive as well, but like the term like Captain Save a Hoe Does she even want to be saved? Like,
No, she doesn't. She is
she has the choice to be with her rich parents and live a life of propriety. She's
in righteousness.
she's doing her thing.
Go girl, you do you. Don't you were handy back there, but I don't want you anymore. Bye.
Don't go looking for love at the, what is it called? A game house? Was that what it was? A game house? What is it?
It's erasing something.
God damn it. Sorry, I thought I wrote it.
Oh my God, it's erasing something.
Don't be looking for love in a sporting house.
Thank you. In December, Seward is convicted of murder.
Ooh,
Judge E.C. Steele, which is a great name,
very cool name.
sentenced Seward to hanging. He said, quote, "It is the judgment of the court that you turned over to the warden of Idaho, the Idaho State Penitentiary at Boise, and there executed by said warden by hanging by the neck until dead. That this death sentence be executed on Friday, February 19th, 1909, between the hours of 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock p.m. of said day."
And this was the time where people were like, y'all hear there's going to be a hanging. Get the kids.
Let's pack a picnic.
Get the basket with the picnic.
Honey, don't forget to make those little things that you make, those pastries. You can sell them.
I love those. People will really want those, honey.
Yeah, we can make a little extra money.
The kids want to bring their friends.
Let's go.
Play date. So awful.
When the sentencing was read, Seward grasped the table for support.
Again, it's a little confusing to me because you were ready to try to remove yourself from the earth with very drastic measures.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting your own throat.
I just can't.
After you've shot yourself.
Yeah.
That's... You're dedicated. I don't know what else to say, but it's like you're... I guess if someone else is doing it, though. And hanging, I mean, is not pretty.
In early January 1909, Seward was transferred to the Idaho State Penitentiary in a disheartened state and was placed under death watch. He had breakfast and then laid down for a few hours, but did not sleep. The 300-mile trip was not an easy one, and Seward was very tired. So,
Someone's sharing, because this is from newspaper articles.
yeah, correct.
They have all the details.
Oh, they're totally sharing. There's nobody from the correctional institution is keeping
How are they
quiet.
going to know?
Right. How would they know?
They're never going to know.
So that's quite a trek.
Mm.
And I did some research on that, and I'm pretty sure it was done by a horse and carriage travel. I don't think that I don't think they had the railroad system from clear up north down here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're dirt roads.
And probably terrible dirt roads.
Yeah. I mean, some of those canyons are fucking scary.
They probably use like an old Oregon Trail. They're like, we're going to take a rest. That'll do.
See the ruts. Let's go.
Follow the ruts.
In early February, friends of Seward are trying to get a stay of execution. They're asking for a commutation of his sentence. Big word. The governor, James H. Brady, is reviewing the transcripts from the trial to decide if a stay should be issued so the pardon board can take a look at the case. I can't even imagine what these transcripts look like.
And this is interesting that the governor is the one reviewing. Mm-hmm. So clearly the legal system was quite a bit different.
Yes.
Like maybe, so governors can commute still,
Mm-hmm.
but like for appeals and things like that.
He's like, let me take a look. Let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
think governors had way more power.
I think so too.
They were like the president of their little state.
I'm the president of Idaho.
But they're not scheduled to meet until after the scheduled execution date.
Oh, everyone's busy. We've got John's going on vacation. He's going down to the Hell's Canyon. It's going to take him 17 business weeks. Like, we've got Mary's having a baby.
You need an appeal? Shit.
Wait, we're just booked. I'm so sorry.
A la Goldie. Nobody looked at my calendar.
Yeah, I have a vacation.
We're going to Reno. Prison officials say Seward seems to be resting with a fairly clear mind.
Very detailed.
He is reading a lot, sleeps fairly well, and eats with a normal appetite. He's fairly
well. They've got like their notepad. They're watching him sleep.
I bet
What
you
else?
these guys.
How much are they going to pay me for my story?
Exactly.
They're waiting for something juicy. They're like, the other day he farted and smelled it.
John, you want to meet me at the bar when we're done? And I will just tell you his whole day. I kept notes.
He ate 3 servings of corn from the cafeteria. Could you believe it?
He liked his cold oatmeal.
Fucking wild.
Seward's father came to visit him and also met with Governor Brady to ask for a stay of execution for his son. On February 18th, the governor granted a stay until April 7th. The stay is so Seward may appeal the case to the Supreme Court or present it to the Board of Pardons. Either way, and I'm sure Seward's like, I'll take whatever.
Yeah, they're giving him some more time, sure.
In April, the Board of Pardons extended the stay until May 7th so they can review his case. Get back from vacation. But
we're all booked.
After their meeting on April 27th, they declined to intervene. They're like, no. Seward's attorney argued before the board that Seward is facing death without friends or sufficient funds to pay for an attorney, but to no avail.
Novella speak.
I know, I love it.
But to no avail.
No avail. So they're pleading. I mean, he's going to die alone, a lonely death. And they're putting this in the newspaper. Like, this is their defense. Give him more time. He's alone. He's going to die alone. After the rejection, it is reported that Seward has seemed to accept his fate and is actually jocular.
Jocular?
I know, bonus word.
That's not even in my vocabulary.
It's joking, humorous.
Thank you, Dani, because I was like, I'm going to have to fucking look it up now.
I don't know if I said it correctly, but that's what that word
That's what it looks like it says. So, sound off let us know.
He is again under death watch. When Seward learned of the board's decision, he stated, quote, "All right, let them shoot their wad. When is this big thing going to come off?"
I can just picture like some guard in the corner be like, quote that directly. Yes, yes. They're going to pay me 17 cents for this story. I'm going to...
It could be just to get some beers down at the pub.
It could be generational wealth. You never know.
Warden Snook said Seward showed brutal indifference. But with his impending death, he is slowly becoming humbled. Seward professed to have accepted religion and is relying on his faith. He is ready to pay the price of his crime. Seward is spending most of his time writing letters to relatives and friends, and he's talking about his salvation and his belief in the hereafter.
Good for him.
I just love the verbiage that they use.
Yeah.
Warden Snook is preparing for the execution and is limiting the audience attending per Seward's request. How gracious.
I bet people were pissed. They're like, oh, you can't just go see a hanging anymore?
What is this world come to?
Gosh, we can't even have fun activities anymore. What the hell? Government overreach.
And I'm not even going to be able to sell my wife's baked fucking goods.
We made 300 pastries for this event. We're fucked.
Is that a write-off?
Probably not this time.
Sorry. Warden Snook will also stretch a canvas over the scaffold in order to block people from viewing the execution from the hills that surround the prison.
High tech. They're like, we know you're going to walk up there or get up there with your horse and try to watch. We're putting a tarp up.
Well, and if you know where the prison's at,
Yeah.
it is
You can see.
literally in a little valley surrounded by these
The
little
foothills.
Yeah. The hills.
This is the old Idaho penitentiary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a concert venue now. If you're not from the area, please go look it up. It's so you can still visit the prison. It's like a museum. A lot of
It's like just tucked in right into like hills on three sides.
a lot of they do field trips there. I went on a field trip there in elementary school. The only my dad took off work to chaperone. He just wanted to go see the penitentiary. Like, so anyway, fair. But it's that and like the botanical gardens, right, is right there.
Yeah, and
So
they
they
have
have a
the
huge
bishop's
garden.
house right there. And
It's a concert venue that is it's a nice venue for like smaller concerts. You won't see big names there, but like Willie Nelson played there just a few years ago, went to that. Salt and Pepper. I mean, yeah, so it's a really cool venue.
Shoop in my brain.
Stop.
I have been there, I think within the last 6 years.
Really?
Yeah, 7 years. And it's creepy but cool.
It's very cool. It's a cool piece of history, and to be able to do those tours and
Yeah.
see all of the conditions and like what the isolation looked like, and there's a lot of like ghosty stories that they have.
They do paranormal out there.
Yes.
They do.
And so it's if you're into that, if you're in the area, definitely do it. If you're not from the area, look it up because it's just a cool piece of history that's like right there in Boise.
It's like a little baby Alcatraz right here.
It really is.
It's a big deal here. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like, oh, I've been there. And every kid has went on a field trip there and was absolutely horrified when they I don't know if
They shut you in the cell.
They
And then they make the parents laugh
They
at you.
show you the hanging thing, the execution chamber.
They
I'll
showed
never
me.
forget that. I was like 8 or 9. Maybe they cut that out now.
They're like, maybe we shouldn't show them the
Maybe
like,
we should-
execution devices. I don't know.
Maybe
They're
we shouldn't bring the
6.
children in
They're
there.
6. They're
They're
10.
Yeah. I was probably 6 to 8.
I think it was probably that age, like maybe 8.
Like third.
It was elementary for
Yeah.
sure. It was
It's like,
not
let's
middle
go
school.
scare the fuck out of these kids.
And they would put part of the tour is they're like, yes, everyone go look. And then they put you in the cell and they lock it. And all the chaperones are like, ha 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 ha.
Smile.
And you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die in a prison cell.
Yeah. But it is really, it's a cool piece of history, architecture, just the whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's cool they've preserved it. So sorry to get off the beaten path, but interesting stuff. Check it out, guys.
So, Snook is wrapped his canvas, so he has some privacy. And, we're not going to get a lot of people viewing because Seward.
He blocked you.
he did.
It's blocked.
Seward, quote, I have the instinctive fear of death that is given to all men, and I do not believe that I deserve to die. Although I realize that the state has a moral as well as a legal right to exact the penalty for my deed. Seward signed in a signed statement. Seward's father again visits him from Washington, is reporting that their parting was one of the saddest in the penitentiary's history. Seward's statement is issued. So I'm going to read his statement. I was born on January 11th, 1881, on a farm about 7 miles from Palouse City, Whitman County, Washington. And I lived on a farm where I was born until about 13 years old. During that time, I went to the country school for a number of terms, but did not make any great progress in my studies as it was difficult for me to learn. When I was about 13 years of age, I went to the home of my uncle, Spang Bryant, in Stevens County, Washington, and stayed with him for some time working on his farm. When I was about 15, my father moved to the village of Republic, Ferry County, Washington, and I went there and worked for about 2 years in a laundry which he was conducting. I went from there to Kettle Falls and worked in a livery stable. Later, I went to Spokane and worked for about 2 months on a rock crusher at the new depot, which was being constructed. I later secured a position driving dray. A dray? I had to look it up.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's a flatbed wagon. A horse-drawn wagon. Oh, we're talking the day.
Yeah.
So he did that, and he said, quote, which lasted for 8 or 9 months. And from then on, I worked on different ranches, mostly in the Palouse County country, until the latter part of the year 1907, when I went into the employ of C.B. Eslick at Palouse, Washington. I worked for him steady for about a year, and when his employ was up to the time when the offense for which I was convicted was committed by me. Eslick was a saloon keeper, and this was the first time I had worked in a saloon. This is scandalous, right? All the stuff now he's a saloon worker. Scandalous. I have worked and struggled hard even since I was 13 years of age, and been honest and have endeavored to keep the laws of my country. I have a father and a mother. My father is about 50 years old and my mother 45. I have 4 sisters, one whom is married, and 2 brothers. My family has done very little to help me since I got into this trouble. They are poor and were unable to give me any assistance in furnishing money. Mother is heartbroken over the trouble. The effect of the execution upon her is what I fear more than the execution itself. I feel it will eventually cause her death.
And that's real talk. And listen, everything that he said, of course, it's not an excuse. I can see, it's interesting to see that attitude, because people are always like, we were always taught to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. And, this, he isn't making excuses, but this is a kid that's worked in jobs, probably unpaid, a lot of it, since he was a child. And so he's trying to say, yeah, I've done all this. This is going to kill my poor mom. So far, he hasn't blamed the victim, which is very surprising.
No, and I just find that these kind of, he's writing his story. Like, this is he's writing his legacy.
I want you to know me.
This is his legacy. This is me. And I'm going to tell you from start to finish.
I'm a person.
Where this is at. And at this point, I don't think that he knows that he is going to get hung. Like, he knows that. So it's very factual, a lot of it.
He knows the paper is going to pick it up. At least you have something on record.
Yes. But the mother thing was heartbreaking.
That is tough.
Yeah. I thought that was very sad that he was thinking of his mother, not of himself.
And that's probably the reasons he was fighting it as well. Because like we said,
he's like, it's going to kill my mom. It's going to
kill. I already tried to off myself unsuccessfully, but like my mom watching me hang is not going to be good. Which 100%.
He continues, and now he's going to start talking about Clara. I first met Clara O'Neill, the woman whom I killed, on March 1908. She told me that she was married, but at that time was living the life of a sporting woman. I lived with her for about 6 or 8 months before the tragedy occurred. I had expected her to marry me, and she had promised to get a divorce and leave the business in which she engaged and marry me, and greatly desired she live a decent life as my wife. Morals are very...
And that's, again, we don't look for women in sporting houses, but he was really trying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wish I knew more about like the industry back then. I feel like she was probably making to live as this was probably one of the only ways to live as a single woman back then and have your own money and
have control of your own self.
Yes.
Not have a dad, not have a husband.
This isn't promoting it. It's just the laws are, especially
you
back
own
then.
Shit.
Even if you're married,
no,
you are literally like property of your husband. And so this was a different way. So just interesting that was his choice of where to look for a woman. I mean,
I kind of think it might have happened that just he was working there. I think he was smitten with her.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's like, the idea of,
we
can get out of all of this.
I'm going to take care of you.
We'll run away from here, you and me.
Johnny used to work on the docks.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sorry.
So it's like, I can kind of see, and I mean, he was young and it was a very different time, but
he thought he was, I bet you he thought he was saving her.
And she's like, but where's the money going to come from?
But I don't think she wanted to be saved.
I don't think she wanted to be saved. And I think she's like,
because she would have went back home to her family
easily.
She was doing her shit. Go get it, girl.
So I think he
was a convenience for her.
And he thought that he was doing her a favor.
Yep. I think, well,
she's like, you're sweet.
Yeah. Okay, we can live together. But look, this is my job. And then he's like, I don't want this to be
we need to be a proper married couple.
And she's like, oh, that's not. Did you see what you signed up for?
Did you see how much you make?
Yeah. This is not. No, I'm cool with that. But I don't. No, I'm not changing my ways.
I like imagining what it might have been, because who knows? This is all just conjecture and us
literally from 1908 reading newspapers.
But
1909.
Wild stuff.
Yeah.
Scandalous.
Let me continue on his statement. When I met Clara O'Neill, she was in the house of Grace Fleming, a landlady and procuress, running a house of ill fame in Palouse City where I was working. Grace Fleming subsequently moved to Moscow and kept a house of the same character. Clara did not go there at first. The Fleming woman, however, had a strong influence over her, and a few days before the tragedy, she left Palouse City and came down to Moscow for the purpose of engaging in the old life against my desire. Again,
women in STEM. I know it's not, but I just like,
she's like, you're being fucking annoying. I am doing my thing.
Me and Grace make a ton of money, dude.
And I have independence, and you're not the fucking boss of me. I know I'm not going to settle down and be your little housewife. That's not what I want.
And especially for her having a kid and didn't feel the need to, because it was so shameful being a single mother back then. And so when he's offering, like, I can basically make you a respectable woman, and she's still like,
not that respectable, motherfucker. Her failure and refusal to give up the business worried me, and I felt her associates were prejudicing her against me.
Oh.
Meaning Miss Fleming said, you're going to go marry the fucking guy that's cleaning the bar.
What are we thinking here?
I kind of feel like that's it. Like,
Grace is a businesswoman.
Yeah. And
running a house.
If Clara's going to leave that, the making of the money, Why wouldn't she hook up with a guy?
A rich client.
Right.
I feel like she knew that most rich clients probably have wives, or they just know they could never marry a woman of quote unquote ill repute.
My faith.
They can't. The
But she surely is not going to marry the guy that's cleaning the bar or whatever he did.
No.
Like, no. Oh.
I feel like it was infatuation.
I do feel that too. He continues, a number of days before the crime was committed, I left Palouse City, giving up my job temporarily, and went down to Moscow to see Clara O'Neill to induce her to go and be with her aunt in Spokane until she could procure a divorce and marry me. She wanted to do that.
Doesn't sound like she wanted anything to do with that.
I had no intention of harming her. She was the last person in the world to whom I wanted harm to come. I do believe that. I always thought that she was a very beautiful and attractive girl, and I expected someday that she would be my wife. In my right senses, I would have rather killed myself than to have killed her, and I still regret that I was unsuccessful in taking my own life when I attempted to do so following the shooting.
I can see that because he was trying. That's not a standard method of suicide.
It's not like these lame fucking people that shoot themselves in the leg after they kill their partner and claim it on.
Oh, there was a gunfight.
Oh, there was a robber. I mean,
Yeah.
They shot my husband 5 times in the head and then shot me once in the thigh.
He barely escaped. It's like a grazed thigh. You're like, wow, they were a marksman with her.
Yeah.
But no, to try to
He shot himself
physically
and then
cut your throat.
Yeah.
That is extreme and rare.
With a bullet in your head.
Yeah.
I think he was just so, this is a crime of passion. I think he was just lovesick. He did not understand why she wouldn't quit her sporting business.
I think he thought that he deserved her too. He's like, yeah, I know I'm poor, but you're also a prostitute. So and I feel like this is the original nice guy. I'm kind to you. Why? I don't try to beat you in our scheduled paid appointments. If there were any, I don't know.
Right.
But I didn't ever try to hit you. I wasn't mean to you. So
I took care of you.
You're not wanting to be my wife. This is the deal of a century.
Yeah.
And because societally, it kind of is.
Yeah. But not to Clara. She's like,
anyway.
I'm not, no. I like you, but I don't like you that much.
And she had other avenues.
Yeah. Well, she was apparently beautiful and working her thing and doing her shit. So he continues here. I solemnly state I committed the deed which robbed Clara O'Neill of her life without any premeditation. It was an act done in an instant, and when it was done, I had at the time no desire to live for myself or hope any further happiness in life.
That's rough. And he did it. So, I mean, it's not.
But I do this is something I'm appreciating about. He's being
I
honest.
wish that some of today's murderers
you're never. I did not do it. Oh, it's this person's fault.
They made me.
Yeah.
No,
he's like, he's a stand-up. He's like, I did it. This is how I did it.
I wish I would have offed myself.
I hate myself for doing it.
Now my mom has to watch me hang.
Yeah. Later reports state that Seward was divorced and had a son that was 5 years old living in Montana. On the eve of his execution, he ate a hearty supper and slept soundly, according to the paid guards.
Whoever was watching that night didn't understand how much people want the deets of the last meal. Hearty, great.
Thanks.
What exactly was it?
Was it stew? Was it
TMZ
steak?
wants to know.
I know.
He would. That was an amateur working that night.
Yeah. Hearty. Did he have
Potatoes, steak.
right? Ham steak?
I bet the jail food was sometimes even better than what they have now because they weren't using any like mixes or any,
No.
like it's actual
They're
vegetables.
like, okay. It's like us opening the freezer and like, fuck, what's for dinner?
Yeah. They're
I gotta
using
feed 20 people.
real rice, real bread. Like,
Okay, I got potatoes. We got that ham.
and listen up.
Joanne,
A potato.
Beth, get that ham out. Let's cut it up into some
How are we
steaks.
making the taters? We doing mash. We doing fried. We doing sliced. We doing
I think with the ham steak, if I'm going with the ham steak, I'm gonna have to say some mashed taters.
because I think that there was probably mashed potatoes for sure.
Well, we are in Idaho.
And listen up. I'm sorry. Potato products are superior.
Kind of feel the same way.
Mashed potatoes, French fries, potatoes au gratin, hash browns, vodka, potato vodka.
Hello.
Name a more versatile vegetable. I dare you. Y'all want to make fun of
Twice
Idaho.
baked?
Y'all want to make fun of Idaho for
No.
potatoes. It will never hurt my feelings. I'm so proud of potatoes.
We could Forrest Gump.
I'm about to cry. I'm so proud of potatoes.
We could Forrest Gump those potatoes. I love fried potatoes.
Yes.
Mashed potatoes.
Baked potatoes. Twice baked potatoes.
Hash browns. Roasted potatoes. Okay.
Stewed potatoes. There's just, you will never, y'all can slander Idaho in so many ways and you'll probably be right. You will never get me fucked up about a potato. Ever. I literally, it should be our flag. Why isn't it just a potato? We don't need anything else.
don't
Just
need-
a fucking potato.
Gym State. We should be named the Potato State. By the way, we are not named the Potato State. We are the Gym State. Because
Why is that?
we have lots of gems here.
We have one of the most rare gems in the world. It's only found one other place on Earth.
Oh, do tell.
I think it's called the star garnet.
Oh, yes. That is our
That is our gem.
That's our gig.
But it's only found, like, I think somewhere in India or somewhere very far away. That you cannot find it anywhere else.
We have mines here. We have, as a kid, I went rock hounding here.
Yes.
You go,
Opals.
yeah, you can go find stuff. Anyways, we're fucking awesome.
I hope you enjoyed the break. Do we have more in the
Just
case?
a smidge.
Just a little more to close it out.
We're talking about his food. Okay.
Yeah. Hearty.
Hearty food, and he slept soundly.
There was a potato in there. I know it.
He was free of all drugs, often given under the circumstances.
Ooh.
So,
What drugs?
cocaine, morphine. I don't know.
They're like, again, this cough syrup with the cocaine in
We
it.
didn't even fucking
It's-
drug him.
It's very
He's-
healthy for
he's
you.
handling this. He's handling it.
He didn't even need any of the cocaine cough syrup.
But you know what? You don't have to worry about his last. I'm going to tell you about his last meal stuff. His breakfast. And I don't know a person who could eat breakfast if they knew they were going to be dying in just a little bit. I would be passing. But he ate, according to this little snitch guy, his breakfast consisted of mash and milk.
What is that, like grits or something? What is...
I don't know. So, probably oatmeal.
Because I can't imagine it's mashed potatoes
No.
in breakfast.
It's probably an oatmeal or grit type thing.
Okay.
I should have Googled that. I didn't.
No yogurt parfait?
No.
They said-
no
they
blueberry
said no.
pancakes with natural maple syrup.
Well, you'll get your mash and you'll be good with it.
He had told his pastor, quote, "I have nothing to say on the scaffold, but you may say for me that while I've made a failure in life, I have hope for the life to come. God has forgiven me and I have peace."
Honestly, I do just have to say that knowing all of the murderers that we've talked about, and listen, you're never going to get a pass. You're a fucking murderer. But especially in this time, to be so honest and be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and not blame women or
there's no victim blaming here at all. He's saying, like, I loved her. She didn't want to do what I wanted her to do.
I lost my shit and I shot her and immediately
Wished I
tried
was
to
dead.
violently kill myself. In
Thanks,
any
Doc.
method. He tried to use two methods.
Yeah.
Like,
Thanks, Doc. I didn't really want to live after that.
he's like, could you stop sewing up my esophagus, please?
Stop.
But what a wild story. And this was, I can't believe how much info there was on.
It was
were
so
able to
fun.
find.
But there's just a few more.
Oh, tell me.
Yeah. On May 7th, 1909, Seward walked calmly to the gallows. As he passed other prisoners of the penitentiary, he bid them a cheerful farewell.
Oh.
The last words of Seward was, quote, "Rich, make a good job of it." Rich was his...
Executioner?
Yeah.
He's like, get her done.
Yep. Reporters stated that he stepped firmly onto the trap and no weakness manifested until they placed the black cap over his head. The trap was sprung by the warden at 8:09. The body dropped 7 feet and death was instantaneous,
Thank goodness.
the neck having been broken. The body was placed in a coffin and taken to the prison yard where the grave was ready. And that's where he's at.
And some of these like hanging methods don't always go to plan. So I can totally appreciate being like, please let's do it.
Do a good job.
I've already tried and failed twice myself.
Just do a good job of
Let's
it.
just do it, please. And because it's traumatic if it doesn't go well. So I totally get that. Sad story all around. I feel terrible for Clara. Like, she was just trying to do his thing. Oh my gosh, guys, Google the picture of him.
You can see where he shot himself.
He like doesn't, he must have lost his eye or the functioning of it or
Yeah.
something.
It appears to be that way.
Google him. What a crazy picture to have. That's a very clear picture.
Yeah. This kind of just came up in an article that I was reading. I'm like, I'm going to go check that out. So it was fun. It was different. A lot of different verbiage was used. And I really was surprised by his response to the whole thing, because that's not what you get now.
Women were not allowed many of the rights. They were truly viewed as property, as a
Yeah,
wife.
absolutely.
And he wasn't taking those types of narratives, which is, again, this
No.
isn't an excuse, but it was surprising for me.
And surprising that he was like, yep, I did it. And I wish I was dead already about it.
I only feel bad that my mom is gonna...
this is going to kill my mom. So it was, and then he wrote that whole narrative and was honest.
Mm-hmm.
No spin.
Didn't try to protect himself.
No, there's no spin, which...
He's like, no, I snapped and I killed her.
Yeah. He's like, I wish I was dead about it. He tried to be dead about it, and then he was dead about it. But anyway,
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed our little... Let us know if you like this kind of... Because I have a couple other ones on my list that are like these old-timey ones. They're hella fun for me to research.
They're very interesting. I will say this is one that was very captivating, for sure, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Again, thank you, Dani, for your amazing research, finding these 1908 newspapers.
It was a lot of this. I was rocking this one.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I just love that there's archives that have this shit. Anyway, follow us. Again, new TikTok out. We are trying to be a TikTok star. Not really, but I would just say when you guys comment on our TikToks, we literally will be talking about it for days. Like,
Yes.
oh my God, that comment was so funny.
Oh my God.
Like,
Stop.
you guys are just cool and we love you. So follow us. Questions, comments, concerns. If you're connected to a case, reach out to us at thelethalibrary@gmail.com. If you've emailed us before, we've emailed you back. Check your spam and junk. If you've reached out and you're connected to a case, we've emailed you back. So check that. We would love to chat with you or answer any questions. Other than that, 10-4, rubber ducky.
Fuck yeah.